Country Reacts. We start again with My Runny Eyes. Be expecting my Kleenex. This is going to be a three-parter.
In one episode.
All meshed into one. This is Run BTS Toronto 1, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. And episode 69 through 71.
And it's episode 69 through 71. There we go. She's keeping me on track. So I'm going to issue the dreaded trigger warning.
Oh yeah, you're not really going to like this one.
You're probably not going to like some of the critiques that take place against your bias. Get over it right now. We want to go ahead and say thank you to our subscribers. Thanks for spending some time with us. We hope that you can escape life in general. Laugh, cry, fuss, scream, whatever you want to do. It's all welcomed here, okay? If you're just like cruising by and you don't know who we are, just take a look at the rest of the stuff on our channel. We hope you find something that you like, and we hope that you do consider subscribing. And try to remember to hit that thumbs up button at the end. That's really appreciated. Obviously, we are working towards monetization, but we do love doing this for you guys.
That's a tiny set of groceries for 7 guys.
7 guys.
Jin holding his gummy bag.
Oh yeah, he's probably gonna like protect it with his life. Okay, so they're discussing the fact of needing clothes because some people are chilly and they may not have brought some warmer jackets.
Oh my God.
Why in the world would he need to be a listener? He was going to put the buggy away and come back anyway.
Okay, so they're going to do another game, and this is going to be for who is going to buy jackets, or clothes as they called it. But some of them do need jackets. Okay, Jungkook's admission, let's see.
Poor Cookie has to waste his wallet.
Telling you. Okay, so doing capitals, and was this for who was going to buy everything? I don't think it was.
No, he already was. No, Austria's capital is Vienna.
Yeah. So we'll have to probably go on that because which one was Wien? Austria?
It's Austria's capital in German.
Right. So this is the capitals that they're doing, and this is one of the points that we make. When RM was asked the capital of Austria, he said Wien, W-I-E-N. And they said, no, that's not right. Because Tay got it right. What was it? He said Vienna. Okay. Hold that thought. Belgian waffle.
That is perfect. If that capital actually existed, I bet you anybody who's a waffle junkie would go there.
I'm telling you, I love Belgian. I love waffles.
Waffles are good.
Yeah.
I don't care what you would say. I don't care if you think it's too easy.
Hungary is too hard. Yeah. Monaco's capital.
Yeah, Monaco's capital is Monaco.
Which I didn't know.
Some countries are very simple.
And obviously in our country growing up, we have 50 states, so we just had to learn like the capitals of states. And we did do some countries, but I'm assuming since South Korea is so small, they learned capitals of the world. Other countries.
Well, that was the thing I got the perfect face paused on.
That's hilarious.
But I remember in 9th grade history, it was world geography, and this was the first time we ever had to look at worldwide capitals. We haven't done it since, and that was only like 3 days.
Yeah, so they just sort of kind of crammed it in there.
Yeah, it was just only 3 days, and I mean, even though I did get them all right, but the thing is we haven't done it since, so I don't remember most of them.
No.
I probably should go back to reading them again.
Maybe.
Oh, Jimin, he's not good with speed games. Tay, take a chill
He finally
pill.
got in a good mood because he looked like he was in not a good mood before they went in the grocery store.
Well, I think after their shopping for the food they wanted, I think they got him in a good mood.
I guess.
Away from the producers.
All right, so here we go. Austria is. We're mentioning Austria again, and I'm trying to find the pointer. Here we go. Okay, so RM's looking on Naver because he is saying that he is right. Wien is the capital of Austria.
No, he's saying it as it's Austrian for their capital.
Okay, so I was right. It's Wien in Austrian. Okay, let's go a little further.
오스트리아 말로 빈이에요.
And how he says it too.
Okay, so pause it. So Vienna is what we say in English, and I don't really understand this. The capital of the United States is Washington D.C., and I think that whatever the capital of whatever the country is should be the same across the board, not something different. I don't understand that. But Austria's capital is Vienna in English, Wieden in Czech.
Now, let me give it to you. They were answering all these capitals in English because it was a rule they had to say in English.
Okay. So those are English and Czech. Okay.
And
Bex and Hungarian.
Where's Wien at?
Source, Never Knowledge Encyclopedia. So that's where they went to find the, I guess, capital per country's enunciation or pronunciation. You don't see Wien in there.
Yeah, where's Wien?
Just like she just said. Okay, watch this next line. Naturally,
In the parentheses.
naturally, don't want y'all to miss this. Naturally, we accept. Now, where in any of those did you see Wien? This is RM,
Yep.
who always gets his way. I can
Yeah.
only imagine what he's like when the cameras are off, if they always have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Look, I love the parentheses.
Yes,
Naturally.
Naturally. You say, no, they don't play favorites. Yeah.
Why is it everyone else had to say their capitals in English, but he got to say his in German?
Yes. They should not have given that to him.
If Jimin said that in German,
It would not have been
it
accepted.
would not have been accepted.
And he
You
could
just
have probably said, that's German.
The
where
rules
was
didn't say
rule?
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
But this is our
These are the things we will keep pointing out. And, but anyway,
Yeah, we're not lying when they say there's bias here for RM against Jimin.
always.
We're not blind.
Good thing he searched it.
And Sugar is me. Can't accept it because that was not the question.
Exactly.
Now, so far,
Exactly.
again, Tay's still in the lead. Have you heard anybody target Tay yet?
We haven't targeted Tay yet. Exactly. Let's keep moving forward. All of a sudden, okay, why that rule? I'll buy you nice ones. Okay, so Cookie's having to pay for everybody a jacket that wants one, I guess.
Cookie has set a limit for each of them on how much they can spend on the jacket.
Right. Okay, so there you go. Pause it. Jimin. He's going to pick the most practical thing out there. It is a light hoodie, light jacket. He's like, this is good enough for me. I'm going to do it. Also, who was it that was not going to make Jungkook buy their jackets? We know Jimin was one.
Jin was one.
Jin was one,
Suga
and
was
Suga
one.
was one. They were going to buy their own jackets.
Now, Hobie and Tay openly said they didn't need jackets because they already are wearing jackets.
Right, they already had the jackets, and they thought those jackets would be enough.
So they're not buying jackets.
So they're not going to buy one either. Okay. It really actually does look warm.
Yeah, because I even felt the inside of it, make sure it was warm.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of kind of does look thick. It's not too big where you would possibly be hot or really constricted in your movement. So that actually looks
Very cozy.
Very cozy, warm.
This is practical. This looks warm. This will do.
Right.
But this is where it's coming from. It's Jimin. So Cookie. Why are y'all picking for RM?
빈털털 전국이 빈털털을 만들려고.
Tay,
And they're like, did he say, why are we trying to use all of Jungkook's money? Or we are
we
trying?
are trying to.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not supposed to.
But it was for buying hoodies.
Because if you were in the same position, you wouldn't want everybody to spend your money.
Exactly. But it was for buying hoodies. Hoodie. Okay, so I think that might have been Jimin. And really, I think hoodies would have been more practical.
I mean,
unless you're buying the coat yourself.
Well, but the thing is, I think hoodie's better, especially when it comes to cold, because it keeps your head and your ears
In your
warm.
neck. Yeah, exactly.
So that would be better than just a jacket with your neck wide open.
Right.
Especially for them who don't have long women hair.
Okay, so somebody just said, is this okay? It has a hood attached.
That was RM. Cookie's like, I'm gonna look for me a shirt then.
Okay, so Hobie just said, I don't need any.
Yeah, he doesn't need any.
So he's not going to just make Cookie buy something that he's really not.
And Tay said he's gonna wait outside because he doesn't need one.
Okay.
This is warm. Look, they're picking something practical.
Yeah, but look at his neck. His neck's really gonna...
He's already got a hat on that's covering a little bit of his neck. And typically his neck doesn't get cold. He's not as cold-natured as some of the others.
Hobie, put it back, honey. That is definitely not you unless you were going fly fishing.
Jimin's already bought his jacket.
Yeah.
He's already wearing it.
He's already putting it on.
Now, why don't we take a look at this real quickly?
Yeah. When does RM want to dress like Jimin? They definitely have two different styles.
But yet he immediately got the same jacket Jimin did.
Mm-hmm. Same jacket.
I'm sure there's other jackets in there.
I don't know if he's already checked out just yet, but he did put it on. I guess he's gonna pay for. I don't know. He's because when they're checking out, he doesn't have it on, but he's not gonna make Jungkook buy his hoodie.
No, because Cookie even said that Jin and Jimin were buying their own, and Suga openly told Cookie himself that he's just gonna buy his.
Yeah, because he was buying a coat.
Oh yeah, he was buying a coat, and he didn't want Cookie to pay for that.
Right.
Yeah, why are you dressing like Jimin now?
Yeah.
Well, can't you have your own style? Look, Jin's even got the same jacket on too.
He's looking the same.
But yeah, you see, there's jackets over here, back here. There's so many of them.
There's so many different coats
hoodies,
and jackets.
There's hoodies back there.
Yep.
But they have to get the one Jimin got.
At least considering it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it. Yes, don't. Let's go quickly. Let's go.
Sugar's having second thoughts. He's like, "What this one could do?"
Let's go quickly. We're late.
And bless his little heart, he didn't know he could take the hanger up there with him.
I guess he didn't. He left the hanger.
Anyway. He's coming. Hush. No time, but you're gonna stand there.
Oh, it's got a hood on top of that one.
Yeah.
That's what he ended up getting.
That's the one he got.
It kind of looks big. Big is good when you want to be warm.
Yeah, Jimin likes big because it's warm and cozy. I have a bunch of sweaters and sweatshirts that are huge.
She deliberately wants them big when we buy them. I'm like, that's going to be too big. She's like, I like it big. Yugi's not buying. I'm not buying. You're not. Okay. Is Jin buying? Jin and Jimin.
They're not.
We don't have time for this. We have to go. They're trying to like rush, which they probably should. What's up with this guy? Should get one of these. Yeah. I think Suga has decided. Yeah, I'll buy it. Looks warm. It really does. Looks good on you. I'm telling you.
Hobie's a whole compliment.
Hobie loves him some sugar. Okay.
That's like his best.
This is cheaper. $100. Hello.
I would drop dead in the floor. I can't.
I know Cookie's so sweet and he's okay with buying it, but honestly, I'd be like, you need to put that back. $100? Oh no.
Well, Jin's buying his own anyway, but he was saying, well, I got a cheaper one, it's $100. What was the other one then?
Oh. No, he's saying buy it. Unless he's telling him to buy it for himself.
Yeah, he's telling him to buy it for himself.
Okay, we don't have time for this. We're late.
Because Hobie was saying buy it to Jin.
Yeah. He's like a grandpa.
Yes, he is. He's like the grandpa. It looks good on him though, and it look like it has some good material on the inside.
It's got a hood on it
and some insulation in there. Yeah.
Okay, look at Mr. Sneaky back here. Jimin's grinning. Are there any hats? Bucket hat? Okay, so Jimin just put a boggin on the pile.
Now, honey, why would you do that in front of RM?
Yes, he did it right in front of RM.
Now, you see what happens when RM sees it. Yeah, it's going to turn him in immediately.
Exactly.
If it was anybody else, I'm sure he wouldn't turn him in, but since it was Jimin, he had to turn him in.
And I can guarantee that little cat probably wouldn't know more than $20 maybe. It's really a cute little cat.
And besides...
And honestly, I don't think Jungkook cared.
And Jungkook doesn't care. I mean, because he knows Jimin is cold-natured. And the fact that Jimin bought his jacket for himself, he didn't make Cookie buy for something really expensive.
No, and I think that was really sort of kind of like Jimin razzing at Jungkook anyway.
But Cookie don't care.
No, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. And if Cookie was to do it to Jimin wouldn't care.
No.
I mean, it was a cute little hat. It suited Jimin well in his jacket.
Did he get something when he said he wouldn't? I remember that one rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, Jimin was buying his own.
Did he check everything? What is it? That's all. Look at you.
Ari, you're not funny. You are not funny.
He really isn't. That's the cap.
Oh, Jimin is so he feels horrible.
He really starts to feel guilty, but honestly, I don't think Jungkook really cares.
Cookie doesn't. He doesn't care. I mean, really, he doesn't. He doesn't seem mad at all.
And Sugar and J-Hope still walking around.
Well, Hobie has open-toed shoes. I get why he wanted to look for something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some sunglasses.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and say this. Okay, and this is not really throwing any shade at BTS. I think they actually hit this place when it was closing, near time when it was closing. There really aren't any people in there. But just having worked with the public myself, number one, when we're closing, we want you to hurry up and get the heck out of there. But really, probably first and foremost, and I still hate people who do this. I always get behind people in lines at like Walmart or the grocery store. They get to the checkout and they forgot something. So they got somebody that's still doing shopping in the store, running and getting these other things they forgot while they're holding up the line because they're still shopping. So this is sort of kind of what's going on. And you keep hearing them saying, we're running late. Let's hurry up. Let's go. We're checking out. But they still keep going back and forth and like grabbing other things, and I hate that.
Yeah, Jimin is the one that immediately kept telling everybody, "You need to hurry up. We need to hurry up. We're checking out. We're checking out." And Cookie started to lose it after he looked at the glasses, and I think he got him that red shirt because he did wear that to bed. Because he bought that there. I recognized it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I do remember what you were saying.
And then Cookie started saying, okay, we're checking out. So those two were like, we need to hurry it up.
Yeah, he actually was starting to look a little bit perturbed. You'll see it in a minute. It's just because they were obviously running a little late. But, yeah, you look like a bug bag. Put them back.
I don't really like those. Those don't fit people.
They needed to go back farther.
Yeah. For them to look cool. They don't look good on anybody. They said he wanted to get him some warm, comfy shoes.
God, that drove me nuts. He just sneezed all over Hobie. No. Sincerely. Sure. Okay. No, put it back.
Just put them back. You don't need them right now. It's dark.
What are you wearing, too?
See, there you go. Now Hobie's got some warm shoes. So can I have these? I mean, technically his feet are cold.
$39, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at Cookie.
Sure.
Yeah, he wanted some good bedroom shoes. Be quick, we're checking out.
Yep. See, that's the red shirt Cookie bought from the store. I saw him buy it.
While he was waiting for everybody else, he was looking at it. Jimin has his hat on and his jacket on that he purchased himself.
His hat is super cute, and I'm sure Cookie didn't care.
He's making use of it, too. Yeah. He's already got it on.
And I've seen him wear those two things several times since then, so apparently he likes them.
I swear, the hat that Sugar is wearing, I just expect him to go fishing.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this first thing when I walked in here. RM ended up buying the jacket that Jimin got, but Jin changed it to that other one that he got.
Yeah. And, laws, this could open up a whole other can of worms just in my back life with someone in my husband's family. That might be a story for another day. Don't be a copycat, okay? If you liked it in the beginning, go ahead and grab it, okay? Don't tell me he happened to like it too, because I don't believe that. But anyway.
Because he doesn't have the same style Jimin does.
No, but anyway, Jungkook did end up buying that shirt. He's done, hell, he might have changed in the car because they're just now walking in and he already has that shirt on.
Yeah, because he changed his pants too. I think he wanted to change into something comfy, and I guess he didn't want to walk around in uncomfy clothes.
But I'm saying they're just now walking in, so he must have flew in like a bat out of hell and yanked that stuff off. That was fast.
Oh, I'm sure. He wanted to be in something comfy.
Yeah, but I'm going to need some sock feet with the little rubber grippers on the bottom. They're walking around with bare feet. Man, my feet would be so cold.
Jimin's in his black stockies. Hobie's already got his chanclas off.
Did he put, no, he didn't. He's barefoot too.
He's barefoot too. And Tay's barefoot.
And what they're doing, and we didn't know this until this episode, is they walk around, they look at all the bedrooms, and then they will choose the bedrooms.
And except apparently this happened in a Bon Voyage episode. Like I said, we will do Gaio and Bon Voyage eventually whenever we get done with the Run BTS, because I feel like it would be a little conglomerated if we were to do it at the same time.
Yeah.
But they also did this as well before this episode in Bon Voyage, and they said that it was pretty crazy how most of them ended up in the smallest room.
Yeah, they do. It's almost like they don't... I thought maybe they drew like names or at random chose which room that they wanted or who they wanted to room with. But I think this is actually something that they do a lot. So it's very interesting. So watch how this goes.
Yeah, but I have to rewind just a second just because there's going to be a moment that is triggering for people who are short.
Which would be us.
And Jimin. Even though he's not short at all, but...
No, he's actually an average size.
Jimin can sleep here. Now, what's Jen talking about? Oh, Arian said that. But let's see what they're talking about in a minute. That's a big room. I'm sorry. I just need a bed.
Exactly. So they're looking at all the bedroom options. Okay. So here is where it said that Jimin can sleep. The crib.
The baby crib.
Yes. And J-Hope's going along with it as well. And I know that people in BTS like to razz Jimin about his height. He is not the shortest. He's average size for, I would say, Koreans. Is he not?
He's actually pretty tall for Korean height. But for American size, he's pretty average.
It would be an average size. So he's not super short by any stretch of the imagination.
And the thing is he's very insecure about his height just because of how much they razz him. So this tends to piss him off when they start to make fun of his height by saying, you can sleep in this baby crib. I would, honestly...
But he'll go along with it right here. Yeah. But you can tell it bothered him a little bit.
You can tell he's cursing them out 100 times in his head. Because I've done that before with my friends.
I don't know if he's cursing them out as much as he's, maybe trying to bite his tongue about it. But you can sort of tell in his mannerisms, don't you think?
As an introvert, you tend to want to curse somebody out a million times in your head when you need to brush it off for visual reasons. Because they can't be mean on camera. But anyway. Honestly, my friends knew not to make fun of my height because I would literally sucker punch them. See, that's mean. Yeah, hey, I'm not that small. Yeah, you're not.
Yeah. So just imagine living with 6 other people who spend their time making fun of your height.
Making fun of how fat you are.
Making fun of possibly your hands or...
Oh yeah, they love making fun of his hands and his pinky.
And I know it's supposed to be all in good fun, but when everybody in the group focuses on things that make you insecure, that makes you even more insecure. And
there's supposed to be people who are close to you who protect you from people who make fun of you, but they're the ones doing it.
You would think, and I think probably we should just build each other up, especially if they know that he has these insecurities about himself.
I mean, he always tells them otherwise when they mention insecurities themselves, but when he has insecurities, they tend to make them more noticeable. They try to...
They'll razz him about them. They'll mention them.
See, that's not right, because he doesn't do that to them.
No. He spends a lot of his time bringing people up, as you'll see in some of the other BTS episodes. He spends a lot of his time bringing people up and comforting other people. And a lot of the others spend their time razzing him because they know that's sensitive with him. That's a sensitive thing.
They know he won't say anything, and that just breaks his character down more.
Exactly.
And I think that's part of the reason why he has been making those chaos shorts recently for his new music video. I think, honestly, the fans are toxic, the producers are toxic, and his band members are toxic for him. And I don't think he feels comfortable in any situation. He doesn't feel understood. As he said in several videos before, I have actually seen several of them, where he makes it out to be that some of his family, his band members, and fans do not understand him and don't want to understand him. So he basically just feels... by himself.
Right. And too, you made the point, he uses a lot of symbolism because he can't say it.
Yeah, because it would look frowned upon by anybody else. Because the thing is, you can't say, well, I'm depressed because my fans only look at me as a sex symbol and a piece of meat. You can't say that, otherwise it's offensive.
And my band members make fun of me or stroke the insecurities that I have.
Yeah, and you can't say that otherwise because people won't believe him because they're supposedly angels all the time. See, so basically, either way, Jimin is not going to be believed, or is going to be made fun of, or is going to look down upon to what he says.
Exactly.
So he has to just
express himself with symbolism.
That, but also pile it up in himself. So.
Which is really not a good thing, because I'm one of those people that do tend to pile things on top of other things, and it typically goes on for months, even years. and then it just takes one little thing, and then there's an explosion.
Well, you don't do it that much anymore since you get to talk to me now, and I understand the situations and everything. But I think because the fact that nobody wants to understand Jimin completely, wants to acknowledge his feelings in any way, shape, or form, not even with jokes, they don't tend to acknowledge that. That's why he deals with his issues by himself.
Exactly.
And not even Tay knows when he's dealing with things, because he deals with them by himself, because he feels nobody will understand him or believe him or even want to help him. And that also brings us to another point, is recently there was a article written that they're thinking that the hiatus and split has happened amongst the members because of RM's controlling nature.
Yeah, RM is not responsible for this group as a whole, okay?
But he likes to make it out like he is.
He was made to be the leader. Yeah, that was the director, the producer, or whomever said, you're going to be the leader. Do you want to be solo, or do you want to be this group's leader? He wanted to be the leader because guess what? He likes bossing people around. He wants people to stand where he wants them to stand. This is called micromanaging, and typically micromanaging comes from someone who is a narcissist and who is actually very overbearing and controlling, okay? These were all young boys at the time, especially the three youngest, the McNay line. Is it the McNay line?
Yes.
Okay. Those were the ones that were treated in an overbearing manner. Yeah, obviously they were very young and they needed to learn the ropes, but everybody needed to learn the ropes, okay? They weren't famous before. But I want to say that from what I have seen visually, things I've heard, I've watched interviews, I've seen many clips, I've seen all kinds of stuff. RM took this to a whole other level, and an article that I read said that the hiatus was said to be because of RM and his controlling nature and his controlling manner, which I think is also caused a lot of just internal issues with certain members, like Jimin. Okay?
Because the thing is, RM tends to target Jimin.
He is a target a lot. He really is a target a lot.
And if you notice this, go back every single Run BTS episode, tell me how many times RM has to stand or sit next to Jimin, and you can tell whenever Jimin speaks, he likes to either silence him or talk over him. It's like he's trying to intimidate him and trying to keep him beneath him.
Right.
That's his intimidating and narcissistic nature.
Almost like silencing him a lot of times as well. And like I said, we have receipts for all this. This is not an opinion. Well, it is an opinion, but it's opinion, I think, also based on fact.
But also the fact that I am a spiritual person, we've already mentioned this before. His aura is very negative and is very toxic compared to some of the other members. A lot of the other members have playful or like kind auras. Jimin and Cookie give off very innocent auras, and then you have RM.
Yeah,
it's a very negative aura, like negative colors all around. And even when he's on camera smiling, it's fake.
So now we'll try to get off our tangent.
Anyway, let's continue. But definitely notice Jimin's change in behavior after the crib incident.
It's not huge. It's very subtle.
It's subtle because he has to hide it.
Exactly.
And as his chaos video presents, he's very good at hiding things.
Yes.
Because nobody will get it.
Okay, so this is a 3-bedroom, obviously. I got a bubble in my throat. Who chose first?
They maybe drew what order they would be in, or maybe they called the number out of what number they would be.
They didn't let us sit on that part.
A few parts in those 3 episodes they didn't let us sit on. Yes, you mean.
I wonder who I'll hug while sleeping.
No, he doesn't, but okay. From what I've heard, he's the loudest snorer in the house.
And I think he did have some sinus surgery or something before, so that would explain the snoring for sure.
And whoever said, I wonder who hugs while sleeping, that's typically Jimin and Tay.
I think Jungkook does too.
Jungkook does sometimes. He used to not do it as much.
He may have got used to it.
Yeah, he got used to it after Jimin and Tay cuddled up with him so many times. Jim was like, you're going to get used to my hugs, even if it's sleeping.
Some people like to cuddle. I was always a cuddler. I cuddled and never got cuddled back. So.
I mean, I love cuddle. It's just typically, it's typically a breath thing with me. I don't want somebody's breath in my face.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I'll typically cuddle. Like if I'm up on the chest or the stomach, I'll cuddle.
그런 수준이 아니야.
I'm usually getting a ball.
일단 내가 4등이니까.
I always have the sleeping, like, you know how it's a baby and you're in a fetal position. I always like fetal position.
So they're sort of kind of trying to figure out who's going to be in what rooms or who's going to be stuck in rooms with each other. Is that what?
Alright, so they're thinking maybe we can sleep on the sofa and all that. RM, there's the crib. RM brings up the crib. And Jimin, he'll have to sleep like this.
Well, he said even though he's the magnate.
Jimin, you have the crib. You tell Jimin's not for it, because that's like a face model.
When I go 7, he's thinking he's gonna be in a room with, I don't remember who he said. It was like he said Hope, Jimin, and like somebody else.
RM, Hope, Sugar, and Jimin.
It's party time.
I don't think Hobie was in the room, but it was like RM, Sugar, and no, RM and Hobie and Jimin. I don't know who would want a room with RM. Because they said he's the messiest roommate.
Who is?
RM.
Oh.
I like to have a neat, clean room.
So obviously they can't know who's in what room. That's why the doors are closed.
Sugar had the rooms open because he was the first one to go in.
Right.
But everybody else is like, well, we don't know who's in there. Jen's in there. Little Jen's like so happy. He's like, Jimmy, come here. As long as I got a bed, it don't really matter.
Okay, so now we're gonna see that Jen chose that room.
Yeah,
we don't know yet which room Sugar chose.
But Jen said he liked that spacious room and he liked the double beds. So.
Right.
Jim was like, I just want somebody to cuddle.
Here we go. I think I'll be sharing with Yoongi, Sugar, J-Hope, and Jimin. Hoseok and Jimin.
Well, you got one of them, right? No, because 2 would fit the beds.
I mean, yeah. Jimin called it. 1 or 2 more will come. Exactly.
His instinct is always correct.
Yep.
이번에는 뭔가 야 일부러 뛰어다닌다.
You should on purpose, yeah.
침대 그냥 마음을 비우고 네가 가고 싶은 대로 가야 돼. 다음 번. 얘들아, 미냐?
Alright, Hubby's up next. Or RM. Yeah, alright, Hubby's next.
Let's not meet. Namjoon, let's not meet.
You'll be disappointed. Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed.
So basically, I think everybody wants a room by themselves because that's not something that they got often.
That never happens. Especially when they do it like this, that never happens. Hubby, why are you asking the cameraman? They can't answer you. Jimin and Jen immediately heard him. They had to stop.
I think the other bedroom was like off that where they were looking at.
It was on the other side of the house. Yeah, most of them were in the smallest room. Yeah, that would suck. Hey, they're not gonna answer you.
Exactly.
There's a bathroom. Yes, he's like, my sugar! I got sugar with me! His precious Yoongi. He loves him.
Alright, so Yoongi
just went there.
He's
like, I want a bed. He immediately lay down. He's like, I don't even care if anybody else is coming in here. I just need a bed to lay on.
Yeah. And it's a king-size bed.
Yeah, it's a king-size bed. It would fit 3.
It might be a queen. Every time I look at it from one angle, it looks a king. When I look at it from another angle, it looks like a queen. Either 3 people can fit in there.
So I think the other one was a queen with the crib in there. It looked a little smaller.
Or it could have been a double. It might have been a double where the crib was.
I don't know why. I mean, because you haven't waited the longest. Taysom waited the longest. And now he immediately goes straight for this room.
Yeah, he knew which room he wanted.
Everyone else was thinking about it.
Right.
Now just watch this. Let's just pay attention to RM's face.
He tried to act excited, but no. He really wasn't. Look, that is a disappointed face. You did.
Not completely, because the smile completely went away. And where I wanted it to stop.
You did. You had it posted on that face.
Look at that face.
Exactly. He was disappointed. He thought he was going to get that big bed all to himself. Did he really think that nobody else was going to choose that bedroom? What if everybody had chose that bedroom?
That'd be a dog pile on the bed.
It really would.
Because nobody would want to sleep on the cold floor. I mean, come on.
No, exactly.
But that disappointment on his face was so visible.
Yeah, he tried to act like, oh, I'm so excited, and there you go. There's the realization.
Yeah, because he had a shocked face when he walked in, not actually like a playful shock. It was like actually shocked, but then he tried to act like, oh, this is I'm surprised.
Like he was so excited for his choice.
Yeah, no, he wanted that bed all to himself.
Yep, the bed, the room, everything.
That's why he immediately went for it. Everybody else was kind of thinking about it, but, you know.
Oh, yeah. But I think they were thinking also of who would pick the room and maybe who would be in the room and would they want a room with that person as well.
Exactly. But, you know, RM's got to have the best of things. But no, you don't have the room by yourself, sir.
Nope. Matter of fact, it's the whole rap line.
Mm-hmm. You got a buzzkill in your room.
All right, so we got 2 more left.
Cookie's trying to figure out where everybody is. Yeah. And you're going to be next. There you go, baby. See, these 2 waited long in RM. He was complaining I waited too long.
Exactly.
No, you didn't, but okay. Gina and Jim are so excited about Cookie.
I don't know. Did they know the order?
Some of them did, some didn't.
I know because they keep. What number are you?
Well, they had called out Cookie was coming.
Oh, okay.
Even though they were silent about everybody else coming up. I think it's
Jungkook. Yes, they didn't really know.
Jungkook is making his decision.
Okay.
Now, why would you do that? Everybody else you were silent about.
Please stay quiet because they don't want to give off that any room has an occupant, which I think is an interesting little thing. Look, he's excited.
Oh, sugar. He dropped his phone, bless his heart.
That's totally my life.
Jin and Jimin.
Look, V up next to the ceiling.
Honey, why were you hiding behind the bed? He's like, okay, I'm making my decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a king. The other one's a queen.
I swan it did look like it, but when
look
he had
at Cookie's happy face.
He's so happy.
He's like, I got my big brothers in here.
No, he's like, we still got V. Bye.
I mean, he's got his adopted big brother and he's got his oldest brother there. He's like, cool, I got a fun room.
Exactly. Okay, so here comes V.
All right, he's the last one. He's waited the longest. You know.
And then he's like, okay, which one was the one with the one bed? But I think he was talking about the bed in the crib and not the big bed.
That or the one without the crib, because I think he may have counted the crib as a bed.
I don't know.
I really don't know. Tay, how did you not remember what room was what? Hubby,
I didn't get why they were hiding. Because the bed had obviously been laid on. Okay, look at it. Everyone?
Jimin's face is so guilty.
It really was.
How did you not see that, Tay?
Is it only 2 of us? Nice. V was so happy. I'm there with Bestie. And then the realization hits him right now.
Him with this RJ standing there awkwardly.
I'm telling you.
He's like, yeah, I'm here too.
Yep.
And the Cookie.
Yep.
Welcome.
So really that made it the fun room.
Yeah, that was the fun room. I mean, everybody, that was positives in there. It's a fun room, and there's 2 per bed. There's not 5.
I mean, and really 2 will fit in each bed.
Yeah. You could have a cuddle bud.
Yeah. And if there had been 3, 1 would have got it together.
But Jim was right, 2K.
Vocal line and rap line, yep.
That was so interesting.
Spot on.
The vocal line and the rap line.
And 1 bedroom empty.
Yep,
so funny.
Completely empty. Room's just empty. Yeah.
And that's the thing is they have to basically stay like that. Even though they know there's an empty one, they'll go by that rule. This is the room we're in. One should sleep on the floor. Now, who said that?
If I'm not mistaken from the voice, RM did.
Let's see if we can figure it out.
Look at that room. It didn't seem as spaced as the other ones. Why don't you sleep on the floor, RM?
Yeah. Not shocked. I think the one he said, somebody needs to sleep on the floor, needs to be the one to sleep on the floor.
And besides, if you actually think about it, Haley and Sugar are smaller than him. He's the biggest. He would need to sleep on the floor.
Exactly. The bigger one should probably, exactly. 3 easily fits on that bed.
Yeah. So why make the suggestion that wants to sleep on the floor? That's rude.
I don't get it.
But this is RM we're talking about, the narcissist who wanted the whole bed to himself. Let's make somebody sleep in the
They keep saying it's a king size, and it looks like a king, and then when you put all 3 of them in there, it almost looks like a queen. And her husband used to have a king size bed, and it made it like shorter, but it was wider, so I'm not exactly sure.
Well, that was a king, and the other one was a queen.
No, because we have the queen, but I'd love to have a king size bed.
I want a king.
수납을 생각해서 기획장 가는
Law, they're all like, well, you can sleep in one bed. No, that'd be...
Well, Jimin had made the idea because they were going to do that up and down thing, and they said if we all choose this, we should all sleep in the one bed. It's funny.
Jim's in a ball.
It can be done.
Look, it can be done. Like
nobody can roll over though all night.
어떻게 잡을까? 대댄지 해봐 이거. 대댄지 아래. 대댄지 위.
Jimin was always the opposite of everybody else. He just thinks differently. But the youngest and the oldest got the bed, and the bestie's got the other bed.
Exactly.
Perfect match.
Alright, so now we're going to do more games.
And Cookie and Jimin are dressed comfortably.
And now Hobie got on shorts.
Yeah. He changed.
RM done put on a jogging suit.
Yeah, Hobie changed some comfy shorts.
And he put his he put a boggin on too. Yeah, see, Cookie, Jimin changed their shirt. Oh, no, everybody changed their shirt. They all have on the same shirt. Okay. I'm on board.
Cookie's already eating his Twinkie. He's like, I love the Twinkie. Twinkies are
Twinkies just aren't my thing.
I like the plain Twinkies. I don't like them when they're all weirdly jazzed. Some of the flavors just don't work. Especially with that texture. Ask your questions away, Cookie.
Yeah, he wants to know the scores. And still, nobody's going for V yet, and he is in the lead.
By a long shot.
부럽다. 대신 처음 했잖아요. 그러니까 이해해 줍시다. 맞아요. 처음 했어요. 당황할 수 있었어요. 맞아요.
저는 제가 잘했어요.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like I said, remember, nobody has targeted Tay yet.
At all.
At all. Nobody
He's been in the lead almost the entire time, has he not?
The entire time.
Okay, so this is what they were doing before with part of a word and adding something to it.
Yeah, and then after this round, they're going to change it. Because I think they wanted to have Chinese characters.
Oh, Sugar's getting ready. He's getting excited.
Yes, he's like, I got to get my brain going.
That's right. And Sugar's very smart.
He's very smart. Now what he said is actually slang.
Yes.
But it is an existing word.
It is. Because they will say, let's look at in the Naver Dictionary as a noun.
Oh my god, look, I actually just caught that face. Now, you see Sugar's answer. Now first off, the producers say, I'll check whether it appears on Naver Dictionary as a noun. RM, you gave them my idea, didn't you? Pay attention to RM's face. Yep, immediately disappointment.
Sure.
Now I love how he just makes this pose like I'm smart. That was easy. That wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
With the crossing and the leaning back like I'm relaxed.
Oh yeah.
That body language is so cocky. I despise it. Like that's always a question.
Hobie's so animated.
He's an Aquarius. The animation's real. And it makes sense.
Yep. Okay, so everybody got it right. Am I wrong? Everybody got it right.
Everybody got it right the first round. But RM wants them to do another round.
Right.
With Chinese characters this time. But everyone did succeed.
We should play one more time because everybody got it right.
And RM was very disappointed when everybody succeeded. He was kind of like this.
Yes, he didn't like that, so he thinks that somebody needs to lose some points. Let's do it again, but this time with Chinese characters, right?
And I bet you he wants Jimin to fail. This is usually how it is. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let him have his moment of celebration, RM.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get to react really big, but Hobie can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to have my big moment of that was so easy. I'm so smart. But yeah, Hobie couldn't celebrate his win.
Exactly.
Yeah, sit down. Flick you in the forehead.
Flick you in the forehead. Okay.
Now you'll take up half the couch too. Here you go.
Yep.
Now pay attention right here when Jimin just gave his answer. Now you can tell RM wanted him to lose. While this works, RM says, I thought it was a wrong answer.
Mm-hmm. But it makes sense. Who said it makes sense? Hobie?
Hobie. Yeah, Hobie did.
It makes sense. Pass. Okay.
He was just glad he got it right. Because the first time he did it, he didn't get it right.
Did he not?
Remember at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
He just probably didn't want to get another one wrong. The biggest reaction of him so far.
Exactly. I thought you said emo.
Yeah, because it was like Remo. They just said the same thing.
They said the same thing. I think V might have been a little lost.
Yeah, I don't think he knew any other words, but Jen's like, we could have said remodeling.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay though.
So V loses a point.
But that's not enough.
They used the same word for cookie and for tay.
Now let's play the game again. So they already have a person who's lost. Why are they doing it again?
Right.
Maybe it's because the person they want to lose hasn't lost yet.
Points yet. Exactly.
And I don't think you can play the game the entire night if he was to keep winning. But,
exactly. There's no way you could do that.
But yeah, they just want Jimin to lose all the time. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, so this is completing the word.
Mm-hmm.
And they're timing them. They're counting to 3. Jen failed on that one.
Yeah, he might have been a little confused about the game because these words seem different from the other ones they've done.
Yes.
상상 하나 둘 셋
플러스.
대기 하나 둘 대기 아니었어 대기였는데 나 잘못했어 대기 오케이 여기 넘어가고 대기지 진짜 빠르게 이상 하나 둘 셋
I have no idea because I don't speak Korean.
No, I have such a hard time hearing the enunciations of stuff. I'm always trying to strain for it.
Jim was like, don't try to change your answer. I heard you. I'm sitting right next to you. Well, why aren't we seeing anything on Naver? You know, we got to see it everybody else, but why aren't we seeing if that word exists on Naver?
Who knows?
There's no such existing word where you didn't check on Naver, did you?
I guess no.
Why didn't we see the results?
Okay, couldn't find it on the internet. Never is precise.
Yeah, but why didn't we see it?
Don't know.
The evidence, I have to see evidence that you actually looked. Look, they gave RM the same word they gave Jimin. Because that's more of an easy word for them.
Ah, interesting. Imagine
that.
Now you're saying that, yeah, they did give him that word.
Mm-hmm. That is such a cocky.
And that's why
language.
he said, oh yeah, because it was the same word. I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm. But his body language, RN's body language, is so cocky.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a popular guy at school that actually did work right and was a show off about it? That's exactly that body language, and that body language tends to really piss me off because he thinks he's a know-it-all. He's like, it's so easy, it's so simple, I'm smarter.
Yeah. Well,
That's not impressive.
we've already been there. High IQ does not really mean a whole lot in the real world anyway. So.
And like I said just a second ago, not impressed, and it's not impressive. He tries to be all point. Now again, I'm going to say this again, body language expert here. Not really, but I'm getting really good at it. Is every time he answers, he points like he's teaching them. That's a key figure in body language. It's like you're teaching somebody. You know, teachers usually use that as like their pointer for their boards, especially for kindergartners. They have that little cartoon point. It's like that. I'm teaching you something. I'm making you learn something.
Right.
And he always does that.
Right.
When he answers.
Right. Exactly.
And he does the flick to get attention. It's like, attention, I'm teaching you this.
Yeah.
So, remember that as well. Pretty narcissistic, as I might say.
이상 하나 둘 셋.
I really wish I knew what they were really saying because
Strange in Korean.
They get so animated and laugh about stuff, so I don't get the jokes because it's Korean, obviously.
Well, he said the word strange in Korean.
Right.
But he said it slow. But it makes sense. Jimin says it makes sense.
Jimin says it makes sense.
But the producers, now he said it within the 1, 2, 3 mark. But they said, but you should make a sentence, but it was fun. Well, he didn't make a sentence.
No.
Minus
So
one.
they took it. Now, if RM had said it makes sense, Hobie would have gained a point.
But since Jimin said it makes sense,
Yeah.
then they can't do that.
Dinner.
Jimin's in space. He's like, I want that spaghetti. Give it to me now. Now, I don't like people dipping out my food because I know what my stomach can and can't handle.
Exactly.
And
And when they were even asking a little bit ago about what do you want to eat for dinner, they were tossing a, I don't remember how they referred to the spaghetti, if they said like Western food or whatever it was, but then they were tossing around the pancakes.
Western food.
Right. But then they said, okay, pancakes will be like the morning mission, so they ended up making the spaghetti. When asked if they were hungry, Suga said, I'm not really hungry.
I'm not really hungry, so why dip him out a lot of food?
Yeah, just look at this.
He just wants a little bit of food. Just at least put something on his stomach.
Jungkook be ready to. Now, okay, Jin is dipping out his plate. That might be Jungkook's now.
That's
Right
cookies.
now, look below. Right here
That's his
is that is Jin's.
Now, he's finished everybody else's plate, but he's getting extra for himself to
Right.
make sure it's piled high. Look how high it's piled up.
And I don't know about y'all, but I mean, leftovers are great later on.
Like pasta leftovers are really good.
But the way this got divvied out, there was nothing left in the pot after. And look at the pile on Suga's plate. Suga said he wasn't really that hungry.
That's why I feel like whoever is getting the food needs to dip it out themselves because they know what they
Right.
can eat.
Let them get what they want because that's actually going to be a waste. And in our house, we don't waste anything.
Now, if you're super hungry, I would say 3 scoops is enough for you. But if you can't handle much, then maybe 1 scoop.
And if there's still some in the pot after, then whoever wants seconds can get the seconds.
Exactly. That's how it should be instead of planning it all in one go.
Yeah.
And 3 of them, 3 so far, have cups of the Coca-Cola in it with some ice. That's perfect. That's the right way. That's how we do it.
Coca-Cola.
With
Exactly.
some ice in it. Definitely.
Okay. So nothing seems to be left in the pot.
Nope. And some of
Who
those.
has the biggest plate there?
Jen.
Jen. Sugar's not hungry, so you'll see who is hungry, who is not hungry after when you look at their plates.
Sugar does eat a little bit just to put some on his stomach, but he's not very hungry.
Right. Well, it's not good to go to bed with an empty stomach, so. Okay, so Jungkook's saying it's salty. He salted it. Sugar's like, yeah, it's salty because I had salted it, and then you salted it after I salted this, which is why there's an old saying that says, too many cooks spoil the broth.
Yeah, typically. And usually, and I've heard this from several members, that the 3 youngest tend to like to season food when it's being cooked by Sugar or Jen.
Because they're not adding as much seasoning.
Yeah, they usually don't add as much, or they just let the young ones get used to seasoning things because everything when it comes to food is about seasoning.
Right. You
need
gotta
to know the ratios.
There's got to be a happy balance in them seasonings.
But I think Sugar kind of forgot that they like to season things.
Right. And just keep the salt and pepper on the table anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is we've had to do that before, especially with some of our vegetables. Sometimes they're not salted enough. Well, if a person thinks this salt is enough, maybe a person needs extra salt. There's salt on the table for you.
Exactly. And if you don't, you can't take the seasoning out if you do put too much. So,
Tay, can I have some steak? Yeah, Jimin had said, yeah, sure. And immediately Ari was like, okay, I'm going to be nice too.
yeah.
Reaching for the steak. Yeah, you're so sweet, Ari. Their spaghetti looks so good. I haven't had spaghetti with steak before. I usually have spaghetti with ground beef. But the little nice chunks of marbled meat actually look really good with the spaghetti, in my opinion. I know Mom is not really of the same opinion. She doesn't like saucy spaghetti that much without
No.
meat.
All right. 15 second no blink challenge again. And usually they start with the eyes closed. I'm telling you, this might work for some of them. It does not work for me. It's best to just go ahead and get some blinking out.
And they're like swallowing their food, making sure, because really it's really unappealing to be eating that close to the camera.
Jungkook's he's already trying to get the liquid out.
She was like, I need a little more rest time. Because I need to get it over with.
See, if I close my eyes and open my eyes,
your eyes are not conditioned to how the air feels.
I want to blink them a few more times.
Oh, his eyes are watering. I can tell. Oh. I think it's from the blink from before, like when they're holding their eyes closed. I think that's why they get watery so fast.
I guess.
I'm crying. Already eye contact.
He's still got that dang hat on.
Man, Jimmy, you got a big old bite in there. I'm glad he's eating though. He needs to eat good.
It's very good. He does, absolutely. He does need to eat.
Okay, now
All this diety business.
Yeah, I could tell when in music videos and performances he started to get really thin, and that actually disturbed me and bothered me. And then when I saw that he did a diet because people were making fun of how fat he was, I really just wanted to punch a hole through my phone.
Yeah.
But that's very depressing. I want him to eat good.
Exactly.
And he actually has been eating a lot better recently because he's got a lot of his shape back.
His face is looking a lot fuller. He's looking really healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking really healthy, and I'm really glad for that.
So right now, Suga is about to get the big screw.
Yeah, because he does the same thing Hobie did in episode 69. It did
the flinching.
The flutter.
Yeah.
Now look, watch, pay attention. It was a flutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eyelids never connect. So that's technically not a blink.
It's not a blink.
Almost closed them. The parentheses even said that. Almost closed them. Fail. He didn't close his eyes though. He didn't blink.
He didn't.
He didn't blink. So
He's like, I didn't close my eyes. He knows.
He knows what his eyes did and didn't do. Mm-hmm. He fluttered his eyes.
Yep, that was it.
So that was a big screw. Cookies don't want to be in last place. Hubby started off serious, but then it's like he almost feels like he has to smile to get through it.
I'm telling you.
Look, the fire over their head is perfect. Oh, yeah, you've already blinked.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He already knew it, bless him.
He didn't have to be told.
Jungkook, sit down, honey. You don't always have to win, hon.
He just would be last place. There's Jimin, he's starting. He's not eating. He's literally about to swallow his food. Look, he's trying not to smile because, as we know, for Jimin and his sweet little puffy eyes, he smiles. His eyes are
closed. Yep.
He's so silly with the camera. Him and Tay and Cookie always have something different with the camera. It's like Jimin does like this, and he gets like really close to the camera.
They have fun with it.
And Tay usually likes to kiss the camera a lot. I've seen that. And then Cookie likes to get it up to his nose. He likes to show you his eyes up close. They all have something really funny or cute they do with the camera. But like, I mean, even though it makes me very uncomfortable, I might as well have fun with the camera.
Exactly.
Now, this is actually eating while doing the challenge.
Yeah.
Not what Jimin and Jen were doing.
No, they were sort of kind of swallowing the rest of what was in there. His damn cheeks are full.
And that's really unattractive. I mean, it's not cute. I don't like it when people are like that close to the camera and their mouth's full and they're chewing like crazy.
And Tay's like, you're not gonna screw me this time.
Yeah, he's pissed with this camera guy.
Yep. Now watch.
But like, you need to look at the camera.
They're counting slow again.
Why are you doing this?
So why are you doing this to me?
And if you heard in the back, Sugar asked if he wants some more to Jimin, and he offered his
Because
plate over.
look how much is left on Sugar's plate. He wasn't that hungry.
But he's gonna push it over to Jin and Jimin, and they're gonna get some more off his plate. Hopefully y'all weren't too triggered by this one.
Don't come for us because we have opinions. But, you know, if you do have anything that you would like to say or critique, it's always welcomed, good or bad. If you have any ideas, we've had many ideas from other people, which we're still looking into. As I showed you previously, we still have some movies that we're working on. But anyway, if you hadn't done it already, please subscribe and share videos with friends and family. We appreciate your time. Thanks for listening to us gripe and bitch and pick at what we want to point out. And please try to remember the thumbs up if you can. Until our next video, peace.